Wow. This is like, oh wait, there it goes.
Yeah,
It
there.
got scared of
Yeah, I know,
you.
right?
All you had to do was walk in the
I
room
know, just a cracked belt.
and it said, oh no, I better work now.
No.
Ah, he's coming now. Oh my God. Help me. All right, so yeah, I'm in rare form already. Oh my God. And Zach is gonna laugh at me. It's all good. Um, I can't tell you enough times. This is live TV. Things happen. Um,
Or don't happen, who
or
knows?
don't happen. One or the other. Um, this is already one of those nights where I'm kicking myself because when Zach went to load all the pictures, they weren't all there because, well, I messed up putting it together. And when I had to edit something um, on the computer at home, I don't think I changed the destination again and, loaded stuff to the flash drive instead of to my computer. So we're going to be talking about dogs without pictures, which pains me. It's happened a time or two before. Um, it is what it is. I cannot change it. Again, this is live TV. For any of the ones that were missing, just know that they're posted on the Posse Presents Facebook page, as well as, the pages where they are, where I got them from, and we'll discuss that too. Just, I don't know, wow, just really fell apart really quickly here when I walked in the door. And, then couldn't record and all the fun stuff that goes with that. I believe this is week 4 of the furniture debacle. And, I'm going to explain just a little bit why it's dragging on. Largely because there's more than just me to please in selecting furniture, the chair and the couch. It's got to fit in the space here. It's got to be functional. It's got to be of a certain size. I do have a sponsor who I feel obligated to approve of my choices. There was a set that I would have been okay with. Nobody else liked it. I think that once it got here and was being used, I think it would have calmed anyone's objections, but that ship has sailed. So, it's about, what do I choose? I want something kind of fun, but it has to be acceptable, and there are other people's opinions to consider, and so it kind of puts me in one of those spots where I'm struggling with it. And, I would prefer to get something I could just bring here and not have delivered. It's a multi-layered thing that just I'm clearly not doing well enough at, and not for not trying. I also don't want to break my sponsor. Not that I think that, is necessarily likely, but that's not the point. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of things, and I'm just not getting it done as quickly as I would like. And so here we are, like I said, week 4, and I really have to try to, I don't know where else to go. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to look at. So I really have to try to take this by the horns, and maybe there's a reason for it. Sometimes the reason why you don't get that instant gratification is because there is something that's going to present itself. I believe in, that kind of everything happens for a reason thing. So who knows? It's all going to work out. I know it will. But in the meantime, it's not the most fun I've ever had. So, Zach and I went to the Bikers Against Animal Cruelty event last Saturday night after the show. It was a really good time. Wasn't it nice, Zach?
It was.
We had a lot of fun. always a great time to see, you know, all of the back members and the people who show up at the events. And, you know, the venue was great. It was a lot of fun. So it was a nice time. And, you know, the parking lot was packed when we got there. It was crazy. So, you know, hopefully their good turnout did a lot for helping the animals. And that's all that it's about. And that's all that anybody can hope for. I know I mentioned their breakout ride for tomorrow, and that has been postponed because of weather. So if anybody was planning on participating in the Bikers Against Animal Cruelty breakout ride, rain date, so to speak, to be announced, but that will not be taking place tomorrow. And hopefully it'll happen again, or it'll be scheduled again for a day that will work for everybody, and perhaps I will still be able to ride along in my vehicle and help them carry stuff from place to place. It would be a nice thing to do. And, you know, who knows, maybe Zach will have that day off and we could drag him out. Yeah, he's like, maybe. Oh my God, kid, put some pep in your step. Yes. Oh, he's whining. Whine, whine, whine. It's tough to adult, isn't it? Yeah, he's struggling with adulting, but you know, hey, it is what it is. All right, so there was another fabulous adoption that took place this week. And this guy actually got to go home today. I did post on the Pound Posse Presents Facebook page the little video they shot of him loaded up in the vehicle. Let's get Bumper up there, Zach. If you remember, Bumper was at the Yonkers Animal Shelter. He was just giving up. That toy was something that he dragged with him everywhere. If they took him out in the play yard, it came with him. You know, he would chew on it, but he would chew on it gently so as not to ruin it. You know, they kind of had wanted him to be a solo because, you know, he kind of didn't want to share his toys, but a woman came all the way down from the Buffalo, New York area with her dog, and they were fine. So, you know, it's true that sometimes an animal will be better than originally anticipated in a situation with another dog. I certainly hope, for everybody's sake, that, you know, it continues to be a good relationship between Bumper and his new housemate. That would be tragic if he had to be returned. But, you know, you've got to trust and see what you see, and remember that, you know, they are animals and they will always be animals no matter how much we, you know, consider them our babies and all that. You know, they have their own mind and their own will, and, you know, they'll prove us wrong or they'll prove us right. And I certainly hope that it's Bumper's happily ever after, because he deserves that. You can see in this picture how truly sad he was looking, and that's heartbreaking. So Bumper, on his way home, he probably should be there or just getting there, because, you know, it's a bit of a hike to Buffalo. Have a dear friend up that way. And so happy tales to Bumper. And, you know, there's so many more out there that need homes. You know, the work is never done just because one found a home. That's the sad part in rescue. It really is. It never ends. So next up, we have adoptable Ziggy. And Ziggy is just the most adorable little thing. I do love his little face. Look at that little serious expression in the bigger picture. Ziggy just turned a year old in April. His family had him since he was like 8 weeks old. And unfortunately, the senior, larger dog in the home has become increasingly intolerant with him. And that's never a good thing. It's again, because they're animals, it's going to go one way or another, and there's no way to tell. Sometimes it's all right for a little bit, and then something changes, and it's when you've got two animals at the opposite ends of the age spectrum, it can be a lot to manage. It can be a lot to deal with, and when one dog is so much bigger than another, things can get ugly really quickly. And so Ziggy's family wants to keep him safe. I mean, that's fair. They didn't bail on the old guy because the new guy came in. There's something to be said for that. But they recognized that this was not a good situation, and as much as people like to shoot holes in the reasons, and I'm good for that too, sometimes you just really have to understand that it is the best thing. The family made that difficult decision to rehome Ziggy for his own safety. He's lived with another dog, obviously. He's lived with cats, he's lived with kids, and he loves everyone once he gets past his little bit of shyness. Ziggy is an active little guy who loves to play and do zoomies. He is smart and he takes treats gently. He's truly a gem. I mean, he just sounds like the greatest little guy, still a clean slate. He's just, I love his little face. If you are interested in Ziggy, you can reach out to passionforpaws.org, just the way you see it on the bottom of your screen. Passion, the number 4, paws.org. Next up, we have Nala. And look at her, she's so pretty in her little outfit. Nala is about 4 years old and spent her life so far having babies. That makes me so angry. She's got all that behind her now and is ready to move on. I would say there should be a couple of pictures, Zach. I love her face too. She looks like such a sweetheart. She's happy and friendly and good with friendly dogs. And Nala is with Newtown Animal Control, and their number is 203-426-6900. That's 203-426-6900. So I guess Ace is not on the... All right, so I guess I have no choice but to take the camera back, and that pains me, because that means I have to look at me while I'm doing this. Again, I apologize. I think I had the wrong destination when I was trying to save the pictures. It's not the first time something like this has happened. I mean, it happens. I'm human. As much as I hate to admit that, just like everybody else, I make mistakes. So Ace is a beautiful pitty boy. I can tell you that. He is posted on the Pound Posse Presents Facebook page. He's an owner surrender who is described by a volunteer as a really good dog. He seems very house trained. He was not reactive to people or other dogs. He pulls a little on the leash, but that's easy enough to work through. A lot of dogs pull. A lot of people don't really know how to stop that, and a lot of times it can't be stopped, really. At the shelter, some of these dogs get outside and they want to see the world. They want to check everything out. They think that it's going to be, they're going home where they came from. So they're yanking people around just to try to get where they think they need to go, and that part of it is really sad. But anyway, if you are interested, and Ace sounds like a wonderful dog, and he is so handsome, you have to take my word for it right now. Go meet Ace at the Town of Hempstead Animal Shelter, and their number is 516-785-5220. Once again, that's 516-785-5220. Next up is Mikey, and Mikey is also MIA for his picture. He is an adorable, older, larger guy with one ear curled. I believe I've had him on the show before. He's an older guy at 10 years old. He was found on the New York Connecticut border, and he's been waiting for someone to break him out of the shelter since no one ever came to claim him. And that's just so sad, you know, when you have a dog that is found and spends its time on hold and no one ever comes for it. It makes me feel bad that maybe no one wanted the dog, it was dumped. It makes me wonder, was this a dog that was stolen and dumped and he's too far away from home for, you know, an owner to know to look for him there? It makes me think, you know, how this dog must feel to be lost and alone and now in a shelter and missing his family that, you know, he's probably been with his whole life. There's so many things that just go through my mind when I see some of these dogs, and it's heartbreaking. And, you know, I think people, if more people put themselves in that position, maybe they'd be a little more open to adopt, they'd be a little more open to what they consider behavioral problems. But Mikey is a sweet-faced old guy, and at his age, he'll be a mellow and laid-back companion. Poor Mikey was understandably confused and sad at first, but he's more used to his surroundings, and he's proven to be a really affectionate type. Mikey still enjoys walks and won't turn down a treat. Mikey is at the Greenwich Animal Control Facility, and their number is 203-622-8299. Once again, that's 203-622-8299. Next up, and this one really kills me because the pictures were really, really cute. Silas and Jax. They're the best of friends, and losing their home means they are all each other has left. Both of them have only ever known one home and each other. Silas is a beautiful black German Shepherd, and he is about 6.5 years old. His mom is a working police canine, and his dad is a retired military dog. Silas got all the good DNA out of this one, and he is described as an all-around, all-American, fabulous dog. That says a lot. Jax is a little guy, like a Papillon Terrier mix. He almost looks like a little Yorkie mix to me. He'll be 2 in November. He is a happy-go-lucky little guy. Silas and Jax are so bonded that when Jax barks to get on the bed at night, Silas will lay down on the floor next to the bed so Jax can climb up on him and get on the bed. There's nothing cuter than that. I would love to see him. I would love to see this in action. There is a video of them if you go to the Passion for Paws Facebook page. You know, how could it be right to separate these two? They really need to go together. They're thicker than thieves. They're a team. A lot to be said for dogs that get along so well and depend on each other for the little things, you know. If you can open your heart and your home to this dynamic duo, please reach out to Passion for Paws. Passion, the number 4, paws.org, just like you saw in the earlier picture, because I had a picture. Oh, I could kick myself tonight. Anyway, Passion, the number 4, paws.org. These two just, you know, I think it says they get along with other dogs. So, you know, if you can take a big and a little into your home, I don't think you'll be sorry with these two. They're just, you'll have to either go to the Passion for Paws Facebook page or go to the Pound Posse Presents Facebook page because they're posted there. They're the cutest little team. I'm used to having, you know, the big dog, little dog, brother, sisterhood, whatever. And it's really, it's gratifying because, you know, it just really is. I mean, I've had the big dog and the big little, and, you know, I've had all different sizes, but it's kind of cool when the little dog and the big dog have that bond because it's just so opposite and it's so funny. But yeah, if you can take a pair let's not separate them. Let's keep them together. Like I said, they're losing their home. They're losing everything. And it's really heartbreaking all around. I don't think the people, it's not a situation that people are just bailing on them. It's life changes and things like that. So they need a soft place to land, and I'd love to see them get it. Next up, without a picture, is Diego. And Diego is gorgeous. And unfortunately, you can't see that right now, but he really is. And you can go to his Facebook page. You can go to my Facebook page. He is posted there. He is a young, active, playful guy who may be a little shy at first, but he warms up quickly. Diego knows basic commands, and he just loves other dogs. So if you're looking to add to your pack, Diego just might be the one, because he's just so well-rounded. And, you know, that's something that holds a lot of dogs back from getting a home is you know, when they have certain things that prevent them from fitting into every situation. But here you have a dog who probably just slide into any home effortlessly. Love to have a companion. It'd be a beautiful thing. You know, it's kind of a no-brainer when you've got a dog that just is that chill. It's a good thing. So on Facebook, you can see Diego at Help Diego Find a Home. And if you are interested, you can contact the Town of Hempstead Animal Shelter at 516-785-5220. Once again, that's 516-785-5220. And next we have another senior sitting in a shelter for way too long. Her name is Leo. She's a white beauty. She's a 12-year-old lady who has been waiting for a home for over a year. At 12, she's been in a shelter for a year. That's just unheard of. No, it's not unheard of. It's heartbreaking. It happens, and you know, these poor old dogs don't deserve to spend their final days in a shelter. No animal should be in a shelter. But the seniors just, you know, that shouldn't be the end of their life. It really shouldn't. She was surrendered by her family when they moved and didn't take her along because, you know, why wouldn't you just bail on an old dog? Imagine how that must have made her feel, losing her whole world, her whole life, everything she's ever known, gone in a shelter, and now she's sitting there for a year. That just is so sad. I can't even begin to tell you. Leo is sweet and loving, but she needs to be the only pet in the home, and no young children. And yes, that makes her a niche adoption. I understand that. Not everybody has, you know, no other pets and can take a dog in, but people like that are out there. First timers, people who kind of want to get involved and don't really know how it's going to work for them long term. No, you never know how long an older dog is going to be around, but it's a good way to not have to go through the puppy stuff and, you know, all of that. Just take in an older dog and let it just be. And, you know, you can never be sorry for that, knowing that, you know, you changed an animal's world. You just can't. So don't let her wait another year. She may not have the time to be around for another year. Who knows? But she is also at Town of Hempstead Animal Shelter, and their number is 516-785-5220, 516-785-5220. So next up, yay, we have a picture, is Juniper. And Juniper is a dog that, yes, I've had on every week for quite some time. Just like I had the commitment to Max, who has been pulled by another rescue, I have the commitment to Juniper. You know, the Town of Hempstead Animal Shelter has like this really cool thing where they let people sign up to quote unquote sponsor a dog. And by sponsoring, that means you're trying to promote them, you know, on social media and whatever means that you have, for them to find a home. You're just trying to get them out in the public eye, noticed, so that they find a home. It's a beautiful thing. I can't say enough good things, and you all know I've said this before about the Town of Hempstead Animal Shelter volunteers. They're so committed, they're so on point, and this is just another way that, people can get involved, maybe without having the hands-on that scares so many people. You start a Facebook page, you start making posts, you buddy up with somebody who's on the ground there and can take the pictures and give you the information. And, that's what this is all about. Little Juniper, who had, a pretty shaky start in life. She was found as a stray. She really wasn't, she was very uncomfortable. She found herself alone and scared at the shelter. Thanks to the people at the shelter, the wonderful volunteers and staff, she's come out of her shell. She loves her people. She loves to love. She loves to get attention. A lot of times, rather than even go for a walk, she'll hang out and, just soak up all the attention she can. She's an awesome dog. She's a little awkward with other dogs, but that doesn't mean she doesn't get along with them. So if you are interested in Juniper, you can visit her Facebook page, Juniper Needs a Home, and you can call the Town of Hempstead Animal Shelter, 516-785. Oh, Juniper Needs a Forever Home. My bad. It's my page. I got it wrong. 516-785-5220. 516-785-5220. Next up, Rescues for Life is the first event that I'll be tabling at this year. Rescues for Life adoption event will be held at the Lakeside Pub, 31 Haystown Road in Danbury, Connecticut. It runs from 11 to 4 on May 18th. There'll be a memorial tent there for the Fairfield 5. So if you missed the vigil that Desmond's Army had, you can make this. It will be another somber event. So I'm going to say goodnight, peace, love, and dogs. Go check out the pictures of the ones I messed up. Thank you for watching, and good night.